I want to address the Pfizer connection. I got a question on my show over at the Blaze today. Someone asked me, what would be Pfizer's incentive to produce a product or any product that could potentially be harmful to its customers when its customers are people in need of healthcare? You and I aren't Pfizer's customers. Governments are. No one within the sound of my voice paid for a COVID vaccine. Governments paid for all of those. You're not paying for Paxlovid.
I know some people who did pay for it because they were doing like $100. In general, in general, right, yes. Governments are
I'm
being pedantic.
I know, but governments, and that's all right to be exact. Governments are the clients. What he put out with that video didn't put heat on Pfizer. They're indemnified going back to 1986, further under Reagan, further indemnified by the PERP Act under the PrEP Act under Trump. The heat's not on them. That hay's in the barn. They've cashed all those checks. The heat is on governments. People aren't calling Pfizer after they watch those videos. They know that nothing happens calling Pfizer. God bless, there was a group of New Yorkers over the weekend that did a rally in front of Pfizer. Speaking my love language, chanting Nuremberg to Adam. I mean, that's my love language, but that doesn't do any good. The governments are the clients. Israel let Pfizer essentially experiment on their population for an entire year. That's what our government did. That's what almost every major government in the world did with Pfizer and Moderna. They let their people be the real-time human trial in real time in public. And so when he puts that video out, Pfizer, the horse doctor, Al Borla at Pfizer, he's not sweating it. Governments are.
The horse doctor.
Yeah, that's what he was. He was a horse doctor. All right. And so the veterinarian at Pfizer is not sweating it. The governments are. The governments are still somewhat, depending on what your views of elections are, somewhat still accountable to their people in ways that the corporation at Pfizer is not. And that's a whole new layer of heat. And it's not just our government. People around the world, guys, watched those videos and said, hey, why is the German... Do you guys know what's going on with excess deaths in Germany right now? They're higher right now than they have been in the entire time of COVID-19. They're higher right now in Germany, 40% higher than normal. That's higher than they were at the peak of the initial wave of COVID in 2020. How do we explain those things? His video opens up that entire Pandora's box for all these governments.
We'll slow down and go back and address a lot of this stuff. What's the name? Albert Borla?
Albert Borla,
and he was literally a horse doctor.
He was literally a horse doctor. So
but hold on. You're not being cute. You're like,
no.
He actually was treating horses specifically.
Yes. So when they tried to tell you that ivermectin was horse paste, no, it wasn't. Ivermectin's a Nobel Prize winning drug from 2015. It was repurposed for animal use because of how effective it was for humans. We do that with a lot of drugs, by the way. A lot of our human antibiotics are repurposed for animals, all right? He was actually a horse doctor. They're always guilty, guys. They're always guilty. They're always guilty of what you accuse you of. So Trump's compromised by a Russian P-tape. It turns out Hunter Biden is literally filming his compromat videos with Russian hookers while they're accusing that of Trump. They're always guilty of what they accuse you of.
That's actually interesting because we often talk about the Ukraine gate, how they accuse Trump of doing what Biden actually did. But the P-tape thing actually is a good point too because it was Hunter Biden.
Yes, but anyway, it's horse paste, but it was actually he's actually a horse doctor.
I wanted to point this out because I don't know, a lot of people probably don't like Rick and Morty, but you know the mom in the show, Beth, is a horse surgeon. And they make fun of her, calling her not a real surgeon, and she gets really offended by it. And it's just funny that this guy is like a horse doctor. He's like not a real doctor, he like works on horses. But I don't know, I just wanted to bring that up anyway.